Welcome everyone to the second season of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 The Online Warrior, a collection and series of videos that'll be highlighting online matches, discussing the community perspective and news for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and giving you better tips to level up in the same game. Now, a lot of you guys are coming here from the original season, and the previous one from that for the original Marvel vs. Capcom 3. We had almost, and I believe over 40 episodes for Ultimate Marvel The Online Warrior, and it's the longest running series on this channel to date, and probably the most successful to boot at the same time. Now, I felt the need to do this because we've had kind of a big break from Ultimate Marvel in the past few weeks on this channel, and it seemed like a good opportunity to kind of reboot things, to go into a new season, get some new perspective, try out some new things, and essentially help the community out a little bit more when it comes to this game and keeping things alive. Because when it comes to fighting games and how fighting games last throughout the test of time, it's pretty much dependent on the community. As good as any game is, it doesn't matter how awesome the game is unless people are playing it. A lot of good games have come out in the past while, and you see a lot of different things happening with community perspective. And if the community doesn't pay attention, and if the competitive spirit doesn't last for said titles, it just kind of goes down and dies in the wind, which I definitely don't want that to happen with this game, or any game in the Versus series related to Marvel vs. Capcom, because I have a personal affinity towards these games, and I do find them a ton of fun. So, what you guys can expect from the second season of Ultimate Marvel 3 The Online Warrior is consistent online ranked matches. We'll be having about 1 to 2 episodes come up every single week for this series, and hopefully we'll reach just as many videos as we did for the last one. Now, the coverage on my channel will be rather expansive when it comes to Ultimate Marvel 3. You guys don't have to expect only videos for Ultimate Marvel that'll be happening. I'll be doing several open lobbies featuring different consoles. This will be on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 versions of these games. During those lobbies, I'll be actually providing live commentary for players, and if anything, try to provide a little bit of analysis if I'm not the one actually playing, because it takes quite a bit of concentration. For any of you guys that have stuck with me since the original series of The Online Warrior over the past, wow, it's been over a year and a half now. Thank you very much, everyone, for sticking around. What you can expect, and what I would like to include a little bit of community participation, is you guys providing me some of your gameplays. Now, what I would like you to do is to submit a video response. Similar to the many other videos in the original Marvel series, I had moments where I was able to highlight matches from you guys and provide commentary for your matches and highlight the moment that I think was the deciding factor that won or lost the match. That took up the majority of the episodes in the original series, or Season 1 for Ultimate Marvel. But in Season 2, I want to highlight more online ranked games, provide commentary, because the news... There was a lot of news for this game in the first season, and the first 6 months of Ultimate Marvel had so much going on, and there's not that much that's happened over the past while. Sure, the Infinites are having a pretty big impact on how everybody is playing the game, and the performance of certain players definitely is something to talk about, but when it comes to this channel and the type of content I produce, I believe the stuff I do definitely concentrates on the games first and the players second. I think the games themselves offer something that really attaches to my nostalgic strings of growing up with fighting games, and it's something that I just appreciate so much that I'd like to share with everybody. But we definitely will be talking about community events, community tournaments, players in the spotlight, and big performances that'll be happening over the course of the future of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. What you guys can also expect is when you're sending in your videos to me, and if you want to start doing so now, retitle your video Online Warrior Submission, and then attach the username you'd like to be identified by at the end of the video title. With these videos, I'm not looking for extreme combo performance, I'm not looking for amazing highlights, not just yet. We'll probably be returning to that fairly soon, but I would like to see is people that are having trouble with this game, folks that might not be the highest rank, people that are having difficulty winning. I would like to take your matches and provide a little bit of commentary to give you kind of a base understanding of what you might need to work on in some situations. Even if you guys are having a little bit of trouble using odd characters or things like that, go ahead and shoot me your video response by clicking in the comments section below, and you'll see the option for video response. Now, you can go ahead and gather your gameplay footage any way possible. If you directly capture, that's great, but just make sure we can clearly see what's going on in the video. So, moving on from that, thank you guys very much for responding. If you do so, we're going to go ahead and move into some of these online ranked games, because Marvel has taken its course as far as news. The game has developed very fast over the past 6 months because so many people are playing it. and so many people are figuring out some of the craziest stuff to figure out with these characters. So let's go ahead and get into some of these online ranked games to see if we can't possibly run across some of that match footage with some awkward team selection, with some interesting mechanics, and see how people play this game online. Moving into our first match, we're going up against a Mighty Lord. I believe this is one rank below the highest rank in the game, and he is quickly making an Akuma comeback. I believe this dude's name is Light Echo Live, and Akuma is one of those characters that, oh my gosh, man, why haven't I used Akuma? He's one of those guys that I just didn't like him character-wise in many previous games, but I do feel that I should start running with Akuma, roll that Tatsu assist, but I'm pretty sure I'll only be using him with the Cyber Akuma because I find that to be one of the best alternate outfits in the game. Our next opponent is Bear Detective, who is using a interesting team, starting up with Super Scroll on the top end with Doom Missiles on the back and Magneto as a very good second character to back things up. Gets Wesker and he accidentally pops him with the multi-hitting special move, and that stops things temporarily, allowing my Wesker to get in to do some damage. This is my natural quote-unquote best team. I call this team Assist Me, aptly titled after the main characters in the show I produce. And going up against Magneto can be a very challenging thing, especially online. Having to block the high attack and the follow-up low attacks can happen almost instantly, and you kind of just have to not be in that situation if you want to block it. For you guys that have never heard that, some of the best defense in the Marvel vs. Capcom series of games is to not be in that situation. A lot of stuff is so difficult to block, the best defense and the best way to block it is simply not to be there. In this situation here, Doom is doing some pretty good full screen pressure and quickly hop over completely to the other side to get the hard knockdown off of Strider Hiryu. The goal here is that I get Strider in to gain as much meter as I possibly can, even with all three characters on my team. Strider with level 1 X Factor and Ouroboros at his disposal is enough to kill an enemy opponent that has not that little bit of life. But this situation does not come up. I'm able to get an OTG into Ragnarok, and that quickly should take the game. There was a moment at the beginning where he was using Scroll and he briefly messed up a combo that was going into the multi-hitting Fantastic Four special, and it barely missed. I think that had a big part to do with him not winning that fight. Nonetheless, moving into our next game, one of the most interesting teams I've run into so far online. We have Thor on point, Ghost Rider second, and Arthur third. Now, Arthur's a comeback character in this game, as I've said many times, as I totally botch a Dante combo, and Thor is going to get in there and do some work with that classic costume. What I love about this is that this guy is a High Lord, and he's running such an awkward team. You do not see this stuff very often, and when it comes to players like this that have this certain knack for using these characters that you don't see very much, I really like to highlight it, and this is definitely one of those situations. Getting a very good mix-up right at the start, using Thor to hit the off the ground, and Ghost Rider comes back down for another segment of the combo. Unsmart, I roll forward, and I don't block high on Ghost Rider. Not too sure what happened there. Nonetheless, it's going to lead to an absolute dead Dr. Doom, and I want to save level 3 X Factor for Strider to see if there's anything I can possibly do to salvage this situation. Missed the OTG opportunity, which is not good. Strider should have possibly gotten hit there, but he missed the chain whip opportunity. If anything, what I want to do against Ghost Rider is to get on him as fast as possible, but it didn't happen. He had a very good follow-up with Thor that kept things going, and it looks like he went into the wrong super in that brief scenario. I get a full opportunity to tag Thor with as much damage as I possibly can, but even with Strider Hiryu being a very low damaging character under some situations, he is so mobile that that's what gives him his advantage, and it's not even enough to kill Thor. I actually have to get a mix-up. I don't know my level 3 X Factor combos with Strider very well. Get a quick mix-up on Ghost Rider. I believe that was an accident. I remember this game when I did that, I did not actually want to go for the snapback. Nonetheless, the situation presents itself well, and Arthur is now dead, leaving me against Ghost Rider, who has a level 2 on the back and level 3 X Factor as well, so Strider's going to have a very difficult time. However, I get an OTG opportunity here, and if I can get a mix-up or two, there is a chance I might be able to take this game. However, the OTG does not come out in time. Trying to get an air grab. If anything, when Ghost Rider jumps, some of the best stuff you can do is jump up and grab him, but smartly, he takes advantage of the situation, but misses his combo, and I have a quick chance to do something here about it, but alas, he goes straight into Super, and that is going to chip Strider Hiryu out for the win. A very good game. I had a slim chance there to take it, but there was a couple of missed opportunities, and I had not been playing Ultimate Marvel 3 for nearly 3 months after playing these games, and it was very refreshing to get back into the game. And I think that I talked about this in the previous video where I was facing Justin Wong. Getting back into a fighting game can be difficult at times, but sometimes when you get back into certain types of fighting games after not playing them for a while, it can almost be refreshing, and it can almost be easier to understand what's going on, and it gives you kind of a new perspective other than going into your usual programming that usually happens with this game, the muscle memory that you're so used to performing. Tron, on the other hand, is a character that can be much more difficult to use, but this guy is definitely using her on point, most likely a character loyalist, however it doesn't work at the very start, and I catch Dante on a quick combo on the opposite end. The mix-up opportunity will happen here with Strider, and there it goes. Wesker teleports briefly to the other side, allowing Strider to hit with the assist on the way back down, and Dante is dead. So now we have Magneto coming in for his final character. I actually tagged in Strider Hiryu at an absolute terrible moment, and now Strider is quickly trying to fade away to get away from Magneto's offense, but it doesn't work. Magneto touches him, and as you can see, his life bar is so small that it's dwindling away almost to nothing, but I get a hit. That's the most important part. I get a hit, get him down to the ground, probably going to pop X Factor here at any moment, but no, I missed the OTG opportunity. He is going to, I saw the fact that he had a gravity squeeze opportunity. You can gravity squeeze Strider out of Ouroboros because it's instant. And, ooh, this could possibly hit. No, the teleport was a little bit faster because of Strider being level 1 X Factor and take the game. So that's one of those situations where if you stop the point character and get a mix-up on the second character, it's crazy how brutal it can get. And it's one of those other situations where I didn't want to use X Factor on the second character because the plan of my team is to build meter and have the resources enough to have Strider do his stuff on the opposite end. But now we are going up against a Cosmic Lord, one of the highest ranks possible, if not the highest rank possible, I believe, in Ultimate Marvel 3, using Zero, Rocket Raccoon, and Amaterasu. Now, what I wanted to highlight in this video, this is another guy that does some amazing stuff that you don't see very often. When his Rocket Raccoon comes in, you gotta check this out. It's completely awesome. Zero is currently bullying Wesker back into the corner, and he's going to have a pretty good opportunity to go into a lightning loop. But will he go into the lightning loop or will he go into a full combo? No, he's going for the lightning loop and actually tags in Rocket Raccoon, who goes for an even longer extended combo. Some very good team synergy here. I'm rather surprised. I didn't remember that at all. Doom comes flying in with a foot dive, hits Rocket Raccoon, but cannot complete the rest of the combo. And now it's just a battle of who's got the larger encompassing projectile. Rocket Raccoon's log trap is good. It's very quick, but it has almost no durability. However, I don't know what happened there. It looks like I was probably going for some kind of regular hit, and I got level 3 on accident. And you're gonna see what happens in a situation where you botch something. This is where things like execution and your execution percentage of what I like to call, like what I call execution percentage. I've been using this for a while, since Third Strike. Your execution percentage is what you wanted to do in that situation and how often did it come out. And the guys that are really good at these games are the ones that have really high execution percentages and accomplish what they wanted to accomplish in the brief time or the time that they had to do so. So we got a real bad situation here. Rocket Raccoon pegs Dr. Doom in the face right in the end to take the victory. So if you guys enjoyed the latest episode of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 The Online Warrior and the new season, please leave a comment below. And if you guys really enjoyed it, please leave a like or favorite the video. Now, I'd like to go with a little bit of community interaction, and if you guys would like to see me use certain characters or a specific character, go ahead and leave that character's name below as well. Until next time, my name is Maximilian, and I'll see you guys later.